So I just finished my workout today and I went to grab all my stuff that I usually use for my stretching afterwards, and it kind of occurred to me that there's probably a lot of you out there who participate or utilize stretching before and after your workout, and you've got all these toys that you use like a foam roller, maybe a lacrosse ball, to get into the muscle fibers, and then you're also using a band. So with all this stuff in mind, it occurred to me that there's probably a lot of you out there who utilize all this stuff but maybe don't know which thing you should do first, or maybe what order things should go in. So I wanted to kind of go over that today and how I use this in my stretching routine. Most of the time on a daily basis. I'm trying to be better about that. So, but just to give you an idea, so how I use this, so this is a foam roller, and just to kind of give you an idea about what this does. So we've got a covering that goes over our muscles, and if you've got a job where you're sitting most of the day, or if you're sedentary through most of the day, if you don't participate in activity regularly, and if you just don't participate in a stretch routine on a regular basis, sometimes that casing or that covering that surrounds that muscle can kind of get held up or stuck, and it should be mobile. It should kind of slide a little bit along the muscle. So, and what a foam roller is going to do is it's going to help kind of loosen that tissue up a little bit so that it won't adhere to the muscle as much. And so when you're using a foam roller, that's kind of the concept behind it. And then if you're using a band, something like this to kind of stretch with, that's going to lengthen the muscle. And so from my philosophy, even though I'm not giving medical advice, from my philosophy, I would recommend doing the foam roller first, only because if you think about it, if you've got that tissue that's kind of stuck on the muscle, it's not going to stretch, or it's not going to stretch very easily. And you might experience that. Like, say for instance, you're trying to stretch your hamstrings and you're doing a forward fold to reach your toes. If you can't touch your toes, or if you really have a hard time doing that, that could be that muscle tissue is just kind of held up and kind of stuck. And so kind of putting it into relative terms, that's when you might want to consider using a foam roller to kind of unglue that tissue a little bit before you actually start to stretch. So I just wanted to go over that today. Hopefully you guys are stretching before and after your workouts, maybe 15 to 20 minutes. But like I said, I would recommend the foam roller first to get that tissue unstuck, and then use your band so that you can kind of lay down and stretch out and actually lengthen the muscles. So if you guys got any questions, leave them in the comments. Take care.